Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. But first, it is Monday, so hopefully you'll have yourselves a great weekend this weekend. As well as I'd like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we've gained over the last week and over the weekend. You guys are awesome. And also thank you to the people that have stuck with me thus far. You guys are also awesome. And with your guys' hard work and help, we have reached that 1,000 subscriber goal. So very, very awesome. Thank you very much for that. Yes, it is a very big goal for any YouTube channel to hit that kind of thing. So, yeah, many thanks for you guys. Going around and hitting the subscribe button and like button and all the comments and stuff. All the kind words. It's very much appreciated. Can't tell you how much I am very thankful to be able to have a channel that has grown this size. It is great. So yeah, thank you guys again for all of that. That is awesome. It is very great. Yeah, and it's all thanks to you guys. So, yeah, we reached the 1,000 goal, so we're going to be moving on to new heights. Yes, so there is a video that's going to be coming out. I don't know exactly when, but it's a very big video project that's going to be celebrating our 1,000 subscriber goal. So we're going to I'm going to be working on that here later this week and stuff like that. So that way, none of the actual content of Satisfactory or anything else gets interrupted. We can just sail on and work on it in the background, and I'll get it done when I get it done, because it's gonna be a big video project. I got some big plans for it, so I don't know how well it's gonna do. Well, we shall see. But yes, so. Kind of moving on here, though, after all the thanks and the celebrations and stuff like that. It is awesome. We're going to be moving on to what we're going to be doing today and what we did last week. So last week we had finished off the smart plating factory. Got the smart plating factory actually finished, got it done, which, doesn't look too bad. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but I think it's as good as it's going to get if we want to continue making progress. And stuff like that. So yeah, it is good. Today's plan is going to be moving on again in the Northern Forest. Going to be moving on to making the versatile framework. So the versatile framework is another factory that we need to have inputs and outputs for. We need to bring in frames and reinforced plating. Is it frames and reinforced plating, something like that? Yeah, and we're going to make a triangle tower. For that, I'm going to have one machine per floor, depending on how many machines we need. But yeah, I want to get that one done this week, and I also want to see if we also can get automated wiring done this week, so that next week we can move on to making the newer factories as well, because we need to start moving on to making electronics and stuff. I really want to get on to making circuit boards, computers, supercomputers, adaptive control units, and the AI limiters and stuff like that. So, but we're slowly building up there. We're slowly building up to getting to where we can start making factories for Phase 4. we're getting there. But anyway, like I said, for now, it's going to be versatile framework and automated wiring. That is the two plans for this week. So, yes. Let's go ahead and get back to the game here so we can get started. Alrighty, here we are. Back in the game here. So, yes, lots to do today. Lots and lots to do. Yes. Sorry, my mind is distracted with all the things that are going to be happening this week. It's going to be great. I know I don't sound that enthused about it, but that's just how I always sound. So if you're new, that's kind of monotoned. It's kind of my thing. So it's not that I really know that I don't know how to convey the emotion behind it. It's just I've been working on it. Definitely been working on it. But yeah, we need to head over to the Northern Forest area. It's gonna be dark soon. The only thing is every time I go to the Northern Forest area, it's always a low light situation. hardly ever a time where I need to take a picture or do recording in the northern forest where it's not a low light situation. It's like there was a few weeks there where every time I needed to grab a screenshot for the thumbnail, it was almost dark every single time for like 2 weeks in a row. It's like, damn it! Why? I need to take a screenshot. Now I gotta wait for the entire day because, you know, of course, we don't use mods on this particular save. So I'm not even allowed, like, I have not even allowed myself a mod to change the time. You know, like a lot of people do. A lot of people use, I don't remember which mod it is. There's a few of them, I think. But there's one that definitely allows you to change the time. Change the time of day. What would be nice, I don't know if they could make it happen without it, you know, lagging the crap out of the game, but there are some games where they have a screenshot feature. Inside the screenshot feature is a... Oh, I guess we'll take a ride. Whoa. I'll get a little boost. There's our smart plating factory. But yeah, you'll be able to change the time inside the screenshot feature. And then when you exit the screenshot feature, the time goes back to normal. Like, it doesn't... Or the daylight hours or whatever goes back to normal. There's our reinforced plate factory. Or reinforced plate train. This is our smart plating factory. Very, very nice. I'm actually, you know, I'm not 100% happy with this just because it's kind of but in the inside's good. Let's call this an elevator here. See, I got all the train stations in the bottom of this, which is how the next factory is going to go as well. There's our elevator. And I love this design here too. Doing this to the elevator makes it look very industrious. Very nice. Alright, we want production. I hope they add the ability to put numbers on these. Numbers and letters. Because why not? But yeah, here's our factory. I was actually really proud of the interior of this one. There's a little more space here. This is so that if I need to make more, I can basically copy this and put it over here. I'll have to get rid of the central area, but yeah, that way I can make that happen. We can always move these belts and stuff around. It's no big deal. But yeah, it's this one's rotors and reinforced plates to make our smart plating, which is going down to the train station down there. So yeah, pretty happy with the interior of this one. I know there's a big space, but we may need to increase this in the future. We'll see. So let's go down to... back down to the train entrance. We don't need to go to the roof. Guess we got our uploaders as well. And these are carrying... what's this? Oh yeah, this is smart plating going to the modular engine factory. Alright, so now to pick a spot, I'm thinking maybe there. That might be a good spot right there. Nice and flat, and it's kind of low as well, which means a nice tall factory is going to stick out. And I'm thinking like right there would be, oh yeah, that'd be a good spot. The only problem is this is all sloped. We could do a sloped intersection, but I don't want to. I mean, we could also tee off over here and then head down to the factory from right there. Would probably, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, is tee off of here if we can. I'm afraid we're going to run into this cliffside, but if we could tee off here and then head down, like go this way and then head down the hill, or head down to here, that would be pretty nice. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing a triangle factory. It's going to be... it's not going to be a perfect triangle, like pointed and everything, but we'll get it as close as we can. This is because I want to use beams and stuff too. But basically, if we... and we'll just put down a platform real quick. There we go. And then we grab a versatile framework from out of the depot. Versatile framework. Throw that on the ground. You can see it's a triangle, and it's got these tubes. I think we can make this happen with the pipes, probably. Well, maybe not. But basically what I want to do is I want to have a triangle tower. Obviously it's not going to be laying down, it's going to be standing up so it sticks out. But like a triangle tower, and we're going to have one factory, or we're going to have one production building per floor. This will start to make it very tall, just for fun, you know. And then we're going to have the train stations probably sitting outside of it, because we don't want to, unless the triangle is big enough. But we don't need it that big. But yeah, the versatile framework, which we are making everything for it. So versatile framework, unless we want to do the manufacturer, but we don't need that. But that is steel beams and modular frames. I was wrong earlier. I said reinforced plating and modular frames. Now, if we add the rubber to it, we can produce more, sure, but that also means more train stations. And versatile framework, you really don't need a whole hell of a lot of right now. So we're just going to go with this. See, this is project part 2. So we've got the... can you type in project parts? No. So if we look at the modular engine, I wanted to look at this real quick. This is project part 4. It doesn't say which phase it's a part of, though. I don't, because you know, I've only played through this game a million times, and I still don't even remember. But yeah, we need modular. We do need modular engines for the thermal propulsion rockets, which is on our phase 4 list. So, project part number 4. That's got to be phase 3, doesn't it? With the adaptive control units. Adaptive control units, modular engines, and something else. Good lord. Why can I never remember this? Never can. But yeah, that'd be pretty good. So we've got the modular engines, we've got the versatile framework. Because there's versatile framework and smart plating and automated wiring, right? Yeah, automated wiring, that's project part 3. Yeah, then it was modular engines, adaptive control units, and something else. Because it goes 2, 3, 3, 4, right? Because you need smart to get past phase 1. You need smart plating, and something else as well. I don't ever remember. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comment section. Be like, actually, it's this. It's like, oh yeah, I guess it is. But yeah, automated wiring. That's the other one we want to work on this week. Okay. All right. So versatile framework is steel beams and modular frames, which both of those are pretty damn far away. I would imagine those trains are going to be meeting in the middle, trying to get to us, but that will give... See, this train line right here is only used by a single train. Single train or dual train? Dual train, 2 trains. That's because they're going down to the iron mine down there. The iron and copper mine that's right over that hill there. Yeah, so putting a factory here, as well as with that one, is definitely going to get usage out of this. Now they're going to be coming up from the desert area, because that's where the 2 main lines for the desert and the swamp biome meet. They meet in the edge of the desert canyon, and they're going to come up through the Titan forest and then head this way. So that is the way those ones are going to work. And then the cable. What's automated wiring? Automated wiring is stators and cables. So stators are going to be coming from... Stators are going to be coming through the desert canyon area. Because it'd be too far to backtrack all the way to the Titan forest and then back. So the stators are going to go through the desert, through the massive desert canyon there, go that way, and then come up this way, because this would be way faster than going. Actually, I don't know. That's a weird one. Now the cable obviously is going to go up to the Titan Forest and then this way. So yeah, it's going to be very busy. But it's like I wanted to put more factories in the Titan Forest, so that's just what we're going to do. All right, should we go off of that level or should we go lower? We might go lower. Let's see. If I go off of this grid, but like I said, lower. Let's go ahead and zoop that this way. Oh, yeah, we should see if we can do an intersection here. It's going to be a little tight. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to, because we'd have to go there. 1, 2. We could do 2.5. Let's see. So it's gonna be there. Yeah. That's a very small intersection, but it will work. And then we just curve on down the hill there. Okay. Yeah, this would just be the best. It's for the best. It'll have to be, like I said, it'll have to be a small intersection, but we can make that. We can make it work. So, all right. I do love this new feature of 1.1, by the way. Being able to put an intersection wherever you need it. Oh, that's a nice feature. That's new. I can hook this to this. Holy freaking crap, that is even different. That's a discovery. I like that. I really like that. I don't want to select that. I really love that. Oh, that just like being able to put intersections wherever you want, that changes my whole train building style. Because usually what I do is I put the 2 bracer tracks here anyway, just to connect to them. Because the intersection, as you can see, the intersection is still going to freak out when I connect this, so it's not going to be proper. But yeah, that is really nice. I wonder, can I get this to go by here and not have the train? Train's going to clip it. All right, so what we'll have to do is like this. And this is another feature I like about 1.1. Being able to make S-bends without having to have 2 bracer tracks at either end, and then trying to guess where the track is going to be allowed to be placed. That's another nice feature. So we'll say these are permanent then. And what we'll do, so if your intersection ever breaks to where you've got intersections that say they loop themselves, or block has no exit even though it clearly has a way to go. Like if I put a signal here, this particular one, this one's going to say block has no exit, because obviously it's not going anywhere. But this one clearly goes somewhere. But if I put down a signal and it says, especially if it says block loops itself, but it clearly doesn't, because it's an intersection like this, the best way to fix that is to go through and delete all of your rails. So like this. Just delete all of your intersecting rails. Don't delete the actual line. And then just reconnect everything. And if that still doesn't work, then remove the signals afterwards. But more than likely, your problem is going to be the connection between where the rail is a single rail and to where it splits, where this little point right here, where it splits off into a secondary rail. It's just it bugs out sometimes. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to put a signal there, which is going to this bug. This is a 1.1 bug here. This path signal thing. I have it happen with the block signals, so you got to look at them. There we go. If you turn away right as they're being built, they won't fully build. It's really weird. Or they just don't build at all. Never mind. Okay, we'll put that there. That should fix the... There we go. And then we put block signals leading outwards. Perfect. This is a main line, so what I'm going to do is this. Oh, you bastard. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now you can see, yep, this is now fully blocked off, just as it's supposed to be, and whatnot. So, the reason I did that is because trains can path up to 3 path signals at the same time. So, 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Waiting for the autosave. With the third one here. And basically, since this is a main line, this right here is acting as like a yield, right? If a train is coming up through here and it's going to go straight, it's going to path, and then path through all of these intersections and keep going. Or it's going to take a right, you know. This is the main line. So this one doesn't get... Now this one can path here, and then path there as well. That'll also work. But it kind of... It's more of... This is the priority line. This is the side line that goes to a factory. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of these. It looks ugly. Get rid of these because we don't need those. Okay, so now we just got to figure out where our platform's gonna go. Put down train stations and stuff like that. So I'll get that done real quick because we've seen that a million times. And we'll be right back with you when I get those train stations in place. Alrighty, so now we've got a platform down and we've got our train lines going. Got our train stations, I even put trains on them to go and collect material while we're still building here. So with this we've got our steel beam import and our modular frame import, and then we've got our Station 99 export. Hold on. I forgot the name of that one. Control-C, close. Let's go ahead and name this one real quick. Versatile Framework. Factory. We're going to EXP. That way the name's not too long, because if you get too long of a name, it's actually kind of hard to read. That's just the way it is. Oops. Forgot that too. But anyway... went ahead and decided to do something slightly different with the train station. So we got the main platform here, and then we've also got where the trains are, where the train lines are. We've got them like full foundation, frame foundations underneath, which you know, you'll see me do. You would have seen me done already earlier on, that we discovered that we can use. Architecture, we can use the big pillar supports. Those also snap underneath rail lines, and then what you can do is put down one of those, and then once you put down one of those, then you could snap this to the bottom of it, and then remove it, and then you can snap it right back. So yeah, pretty darn nice as well. Okay. But yeah, this looks a little close, and I know it does an S-bend, but I decided to put the S-bend as the full track, and it actually, the train clears this, which is really nice, and nice good clearance there. I love it when it's nice and close like that, because then it just looks good. And then yet we split 3 ways here. We go into that train station for export, these 2 for import, which that's the reason why these are facing each other here. And then this is the export here. So now to the actual build, I'm not going to encase this. This is all going to be outside as well. So because the factory itself is going to be above it. It's actually going to be above this train station here. And you probably think, what's these little markers? So what I've done is... I don't have a way to... Actually, we can express this if we go vertical. Let's go one more. Yes. I'll have to get some actual support in here. These are just for the example. Okay, and then this one was also 7, right? Okay, good. So what I did was I tried to make a triangle with my foundations, try to pinpoint three points of interest here. And then what I've done is I've taken a painted beam. It doesn't matter which beam you use, they all work the same. But painted beams are the easiest to see because they've got the full shapes. So yeah, and then we put this into freeform mode. And you see it's longer than the 40 meter. Now the thing about beams is they will still aim to where your cursor is pointed no matter how far away. Now the further away, obviously, the more slight movement, the more it's going to move. But yeah, so this isn't too far away, so it's not too bad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to point right there, and I'm going to click it. So that's 40 meters there. Now I'm going to go to this side, do the same. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can not only can I put foundations on these beams to make it look nice, but I can also use these as a measuring tool. I often use painted beams as an actual like tape measure for a lot of if I'm like measuring stuff out and I need to get stuff either relatively similar or the same or whatnot. And in this is the perfect use case for it. So yeah, we're going to aim right at the middle of the foundation. Height-wise and right in the middle of that corner. I'm going to click it again. So now we've got those going. And what I'm going to do is aim right at the end of these, and I'm going to go right back to that corner, which is going to be 13.666, obviously. So 40 plus 13.6 is what we're going to say. So we've got 53.6 there. That's the measurement. It's not going to be exact, but it's close enough. So if we've got 53.6 for this particular length of the triangle, then let's go from here and let's measure this one. Now this one we can put into default mode because it's a perfectly straight line. And that appears to be 16. So that's 56. So we've got 53.6, and then we've got 56 on this length. Now, that is as close as I'm willing to get with it. I don't need to be any more precise than that. Especially working off of this foundation, I think it'll work much better if we do it that way. But as you can see, we've already got the triangle. If we head up nice and high here, there's our triangle. And using the reason I'm not going to the middle of the foundation either is because I want to use these, because you know how on our frame here we've got these little poles where the beams meet for the main structure of the top and bottom there where they meet. There's actually this big pole here that's about halfway in the middle, in the tip of the triangle. Or so. It's about halfway or so. It's not going to be exactly like that for this one, but it's going to be close. And then we've got this basically square here. I might use the rounded foundations. I think these would look really nice for our rounded poles using these. These would be the perfect use case for it. Now what we can do is we can move these out and still call it good. We can move them out half a foundation, and then we're a half away from this. But the main reason for this is to do this. Yep. If you got your beam right on the edge of it, that'll give you a perfect angle for this particular case. I'm going to zoop that 3. I try to go from both ends so that I can kind of get a median, so that everything's nice. Especially if I'm going to put walls and stuff. It looks really nice when you do it this way. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we've got this little gap here, which we can easily try and fill. Now, I'm not going to get exact with this. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. But if you do want to get exact, there is a way to do that. And what you do is you remove your current beam there, and if you can take a painted beam, make sure it's in default mode so you can do this, and go right to the where you think the middle is, or roughly where the middle is. And this is not going to be perfect either. It's not going to be exactly perfect, but it will get you very, very close. Oops. Sorry. So you can see we're about 1, 2... What would you call that? Like 2 meters? We're about 2 meters shy of, or like 1.5, 53, and 53.6, and then that'd be 54. Okay, we're about 2.5 meters or so shy. But yeah, that, like I said, it's not going to be exact, but it'll get you really close with that. But if you do that, you're going to have to do the exact same thing on this side from the exact same point as well. Yeah, this is going to look really nice. Because the factory itself is going to be above the train station, but the train station is not really going to be a part of the factory, much like a lot of the factories in this area. But it's going to be very, very close. And again, it looks like the middle there. So you can see just how far the middle is off. It's ever so slightly off. I wonder if we can fix that. If we hold control, we can nudge this beam over. Yeah, you can already see it's not going to do it. That's 0.5 meter nudge, and that's as close as we're going to get, so we're just going to have to deal with it. And it does depend on the angle that you're using. Obviously, the longer the angle, the more chances you could get that perfectly in the center. But yeah, these are the 2 center ones. And then, of course, with this, we're just going to... This beam was just for measurement. We didn't need to have it actually there. And, of course, I could get these angles as close as I could get them exactly on point. I just don't think it's worth the time. It's not worth the effort, in my opinion. It's just not worth the effort. But yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And the foundation perfectly fits with each one of these as well. So we'll get rid of the big bulky support structure here. That's the reason those were painted orange, by the way, is because when I built that first, so then I could center the train stations off of it. Because that was the whole point. And that's also the reason why you've got damn near 2 foundations worth of space in between each train station. It's 1 foundation there plus roughly a half and a half on either side, so that I could center this. And there's also a reason it's not very big, is because, like I said, we are going to put 1 machine per floor on this, and our floors are going to be really tall. This gives the illusion that we've got a big factory without having to have a whole lot of machines built in. Now, of course, I'm going to do this as well. So each one of these floors, I'm going to have to do the beams and whatnot. So I should probably get my floors in place before I remove these structures here. I don't know if I'm going to remove these or not. I'm not 100% sure about that. Each floor, though, is going to look like this. So yeah, that's not too bad. It looks a little bit longer here, but we know it's not because we measured it. We could go about half a foundation out, and that would probably fix that. So if I look at it from this side, does it do the same? No, it doesn't. Okay. So I think I know how to fix this. That was yeah. I thought I had it figured out. I guess not. You know what I should have measured? Not from there, but from here. I should have measured from here, and this is why it's doing that. Because that's 53 between those 2 points, and this is only 40. So let me fix that, and then we can work out from there. In order to fix that, what I'm going to have to do, 40, 44, 48. I might have to go a whole foundation outwards in order to fix that. because we know it's 56, right? So we got 40, and then, yeah, we know it's 56 to there. Okay, yeah, so let me fix this, and then we will move on. I need to make all the floors. I need to figure out as well, and I'll do that real quick as well while I'm working on this, is figure out how many machines we're going to be needing for this particular factory, and then we can work from there. Alrighty, and after a few more rebuilds of this, I've done it about 4 times now, and this is the best I can get it to look. I've really tried, and yeah, this is what it looks like. So this is what it'll look like going up as well. And we're going to have windows to kind of make it look like look like a frame, but yeah, just kind of, you know, taking inspiration. No, maybe not windows. Maybe we'll have more billboards like that one. I mean, we can have windows too. It's okay. And also, I figured out why those screens won't light up until you get closer, and the reason is because of the windows, by the way. Because of that. So yeah, that's just the thing. That's why from here you can still see the motor factory just about. Let's see if we can get over there. Yeah, you just about see the motor factory all lit up, but this one you can barely see light up is because of the window. The window blocks the light. Which, you know, I still like the look of it, so it's okay. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one has to be 7, but we'll go 5 from here as well. But yeah, like I said, this is the best I can get it to look. And once we get all the floors built, I'm going to remove these and then just pull the foundation through. Because if we do this, like this here, it should look pretty decent. I might have to have half a foundation on this side just to get it to fit, but that's okay. We can do that. But yeah, basically it's supposed to do that. But the only reason I'm not removing these yet is because I need them as markers. I was also thinking too, maybe a darker color for the thing, but this is my problem with this, is if I paint these, this is what happens. That's what happens. So I'm like, maybe I won't paint them. It'd be nice when you painted them, it didn't paint the borders of it slightly darker than the actual paint. That way when you put stuff together like this, it doesn't glitch the hell out. That's okay though. But yeah, so I still haven't figured out what we need. I completely forgot, but I've been at this for about 2 hours trying to figure this out. Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's not too bad as well. So, I was thinking about an elevator as well. Where am I going to have an elevator? We can have an elevator on the back side here. Something like that. Okay. So, what's next? Oh, yes, floors, of course. Or figuring out... let's go over here. Yeah, somewhere over here we need to put down some signs. Go organization. Oops. That'll do it right there. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. And then a couple of these. Like I said, the more machines the better, so I'm going to avoid overclocking at all as well. So yeah, let me get these calculations figured out, and then we will we'll figure out how many floors we need. Because like I said, 1 machine per floor would be pretty cool. But if it ends up being too many machines, we'll have to either have to overclock them or put a couple of machines per floor, which also would which would also work as well. Alrighty, so I think I've got it all figured out now with this particular build. So I'm going to do 6 machines. We're going to do 6 of these. We're going to be producing 30, and I've already got those added to the map as well. So I went over to the map, and we've got we went from 700 to 880 pipes, which is 180, or sorry, beams. I did change the beams. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. And then we've got the modular frame factory, which we are at 75. We're going to be using 15 modular frames per minute, which is going to put us at 90 out of 100. So we're getting pretty close to what that factory can produce. And yeah, we got the trains coming here as well, so everything's looking good. And this is kind of what I came up with for a starter design. I'm gonna play with this later, maybe next time. We'll design a wall that can go in here, but I'm thinking 2 machines per floor, and then we have 3 floors, so that'll give us our 6 machines. This is doing it this way. This is way overdoing what we need to be producing. We only need, what was the original calculation? We're going to be producing 30, and the original calculation was 12.5. So we're over doubling it, which I like to do. Don't worry about this little thing here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good though so far, and it's looking like a versatile framing. I think that's what sells it, is the round pillars that actually support the factory. And having two machines per floor, that looks pretty good. 3 floors, that's going to be pretty tall. You'll be able to see that from a decent distance, which is what I wanted, and everything's looking good, even though it's not finished yet. But yeah, I'm going to design a wall and stuff like that, and everything will look pretty good so far. Yeah, and so next time we'll design a wall, we'll get our belts in place, get everything belted. Hopefully this factory will be running next time as well. That would be amazing. Get this factory finished, get the, get it functioning, and then we can work on automated wiring. But yeah, we are getting pretty close to the end of our time, here. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave it there. Next time, walls, belts, machines, finishing up the factory, making it run, hopefully, and moving on to automated wiring after next time. So, yeah. Like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.